The question basically said, like, obviously this person's worked in corporate or something for other companies before, and like identified when you work somewhere else, when a problem happens, there's usually a system in place and you just follow the system and you fix the problem. But when you start out by yourself, it's just like chaos.
Yep.
I don't know what to do when anything happens ever.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is the solution to that?
Like, do we have a bit more context to this, or
Not really.
so something bad's happened and then like this person needs help?
Yeah,
or?
so she's just struggling getting used to running her own business with there's no handbook.
Yeah.
Like,
Look, the lamest, cheesiest answer is go and find a mentor that can help you. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I don't want it to sit here and be like, oh, well, that was just a lob for Jason to just spike down.
Actually, it's not what I thought you would say at all.
Yeah, but
so that's great.
But it's 100% true. Unfortunately, there's circumstances where like you might feel a bit isolated. You may not have like, other people to guide you and take you under their wing and kind of usher you in the right direction. And you don't have the support and you can't bounce ideas off each other and you can't see other people that are like ahead of you, which is valuable, even just like marginally ahead of you, as well as like obviously leaning on people like who have large amounts of experience like Ben and myself. So that I can't tell you how valuable that would be, and I can't tell you how quickly I would leap at that if I had my chance again.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like it just leverages time and mistakes that other people have made, makes you feel better with your decision making, you second guess yourself less. You probably have a lot of the answers to most of the things, but you just haven't got an environment to throw them out to other people so you feel confident in acting.
Yeah, it's almost like
action on them.
It's permission, right?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and then, like if you're in a shit environment and you can't change your situation, sometimes having a support network is super valuable.
Yeah.
Helps you manage the situation the best you can. Because there's not always perfect working circumstances. You can't always, be in a situation where you can leave or you can do this or you can do that. Like, so maybe having a support network where you can just optimize your situation to the best that you can is going to be good. And sometimes when you're by yourself, you just don't have the time and ability to reflect and make those decisions because your emotions just get in the way too much.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know that seems like a really like standard classical answer on this podcast, but it's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Head to the Standout PT link on the website.
Yeah.
Book a free call.
Yeah.
Look, I think
I would get fired if I didn't answer it that way anyway,
Yeah.
because it's like that's literally what we're trying to do.
and we obviously believe in the product. That's why we do it. But the other thing that I would say you're not in a position to do that for whatever reason. We need to give you some value. I would so how we are where we are now and how we can run 6 different businesses at the same time, and how when we come to Q&A and someone says something, we're like, I just do this, and everything's so seemingly easy for us and efficient for us, is because every time we had to do something once, we assumed we'd have to do it 50 times.
Yep.
And that's how I look at everything. Like we're just doing another gym right now, getting them back on their feet. And it's like looking over the business, it's just so many things that's different every time you do it to get to the same point. It's like, this needs to not be that.
Yeah.
Like A, B, C, D, E. Go do that. And then if A, B, C, D, E doesn't work, change it. But it needs to have a very deliberate, repeatable action that then you can then manage. So every time something happens in your business, if you have a client who pushes back on a minimum term, set a standard. What's the email? What do you do? Save it. Cool. Now I do this every single time this happens.
Yeah.
And that's a rule that I keep within my business.
Yep.
Every time I onboard something, there's a flow. Cool. This is the flow that I use every time I onboard a client now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely,
it's just do the thing repeatedly, and every time something new pops up. Like even we talk about it for resources, and it's not something that we've driven a lot lately, and I think we need to start, particularly through Standout, like really getting people to make resources again. Like we have the sleep guide on STC right now, and it's like, cool, that's a marketing thing. Someone can go download the sleep guide. I don't give a fuck if no one ever downloads it.
Yeah.
Because the next time I see in someone's data that they're stressed, that they're not making the progress that they should be, that the metrics that I'm seeing for their nutrition, their training, their steps aren't working, I'm going to send them that guide.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, it's going to be up on the training app today because you're going to send it to me.
Correct.
And I'm going to put it in there.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by send them to it. It's like, go watch this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, last week, we spoke in the other podcast about one of my clients having trouble with her lats. And I was like, here's some videos we made 4 years ago. Go watch them.
Can't wait to do those again.
Yeah, I know. I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
But it's like...
It's more just how I talk. I hate it.
I get it. So we did that one time.
Yeah.
So now we can coach back training 100 fucking times.
Absolutely.
In 30 seconds.
Yes.
So, yeah, if you're having trouble with the comment actually read, big businesses have processes and I feel lost. But the reason big business have processes is because they have to get 6 people detached from them to behave the same way. You just have you, and you just have to, every time you do something, how do I not do this again?
Yeah, you have to think like a big business.
Correct. It's the same. You're the person at the top.
Yeah.
That's coaching yourself next time you're in this situation to not have
Absolutely.
to do it.
It's the same philosophy we have around money. It's like if you can manage your money when you don't have any, you'll be good at managing it when you have lots of it.
Yeah.
Like most people don't bother managing their money at the start when they have so little or they're in a negative or whatever. It's like, well, what do you think's going to happen when you make more of it? It doesn't magically save. Like you don't magically put it on all your accounts. You just fucking spend it all.
Correct. Guilty.
Yeah, absolutely. So even if you're one trainer with 15 clients, you're like, oh, I can manage this right now. Someone asks you a question, I'll solve this problem instantly.
Yeah.
No. Maybe solve that problem immediately if it's the first time, but then go, how can I do this so the other 15 people who are going to be 20, 25, maybe 30, bring on another coach, 60, bring on more, 200.
Yeah.
How are you going to solve that problem for all of them? You don't want all your coaches telling them, like, do this now. It's like, go see this, go watch this, go read that.
Yeah.
So you got to have that same mentality. It's like, build it up from the start. So that you can serve your clients will appreciate it. Because one of the things that we outline that makes a good service and that is high end is access to problem solving as fast as possible, right?
Yeah.
So that doesn't need to be you. It needs to be whatever can solve the problem.
Yeah.
So if they need information on improving their sleep, you can go read this. Or if they know where it is, they can just go read it.
Yeah.
That is a high end level service. Little do people realize.
100%. Yeah, and it's going to be way more detailed than like me forgetting four of the 12.
Points. Yeah, exactly.
Like in a Loom video that you then as the client's going to take notes on it? No.
Yeah, and like they're probably going to listen to it when they're fucking, on the train or in their lunch break, not absorb half of it. It's like, go watch this when you're ready to absorb information, and it's going to be the best environment and delivery to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.